Thank you all for coming this evening. I'm County Supervisor Tom Thurman. I'm going to moderate this. One of the things that I would ask, of course, of all of our candidates is, of course, we're here as a cordial event, to stay cordial. We try to keep mudslinging to a zero if we can, please. Including those folks that aren't here, unless it's really, you just can't help it. We're going to limit this to 1.5 minutes. We're just going to make it easy. 1.5 minutes for all statements. You can do an opening statement, and then answer, and of course the questions. When I hit you up with questions, we're going to do 5 questions. And we have a little. I've got a yellowish card and a pinkish card. It's supposed to be red and yellow, so that'll give you a warning. Now, I mean, if you're really hot in the subject and you go over the 1.5 minutes, maybe 1:45. But remember, I work out a lot, and I'm going to come up here and get you if you go over the 2 minutes. Anyway, let's get the ball rolling. We'll go ahead, and of course, I wasn't told who could speak first, so eeny, meeny, miny, moe, catch a candidate by the toe. Okay, Mr. Martin, thank you.
Thank you. Time's up. They got it on in the booth. Thank you. Well, it's an honor to be here. I have been here many times as your treasurer. Prior to that, I represented you as a state senator. As the senator from District 6, I was the finance chairman, vice chairman of judiciary, senior member on approbes. Served with my good friend Ken Bennett, who you all know. But before that, just a little bit for those of you who don't know me, I see a lot of friendly faces here. My folks raised me as a conservative. I grew up here in Arizona. But it was Ronald Reagan who made me a Republican. But it took Hillary Clinton to get me into politics. The thought of her in the White House still scares me. I hadn't planned on this career. I started my own business when I graduated with an entrepreneurship degree down at ASU. And had never planned on running for office. But somebody thought Dean Martin was a good name and drafted me a number of years ago. And now they drafted me for this race. Because unfortunately, we are going in the wrong direction. The state of Arizona has continued to increase spending. You saw, I'm sure all of you noticed that the value of your home went down, but the property tax bill went up. That was due to a line item veto resulting in the largest property tax increase in state history. And now this big push for a tax increase. Last time I checked, the last thing you do in a business when you're having trouble moving your inventory is raise prices, right? You lower them. We have a serious problem here in the state of Arizona that needs to be dealt with, but raising taxes and increasing spending isn't the way to do it. We need to live within our means. We need to secure our borders, and I'm sure we're going to talk all about this and education and many other things. I look forward to talking to you more on your questions. Thank you.
We'll just go down the line, Buzz Mill.
Hi, I'm Buzz Mills, and I am the home field advantage tonight. Dean's been here many times. I live here. I've been down to his place many times, so we're up and down the road. I'm running for governor because when I take a look out there at the field of folks that are running for governor, I see pretty much the same old that we've had, the same leadership we've had, or lack thereof, if you will. And the leadership that we've had has got us to where we are. And I just feel like that where we are is not a good place. We don't have a good solid foundation under us at this point with the debt that we're facing. And the efforts with this new tax proposal that you're going to have to vote on in May is trying to unbalance your budget while they balance the state budget. And I just don't see any future in that. We've got over 300,000 people out of work right now. And this additional this 18% tax increase is going to put more people out of work, and it's going to be worse for our economy. I want to go to the State House, and I want to provide leadership for the legislature and for the people of Arizona to get jobs back to Arizona, to get the budget balanced, and to get Arizona back on track for prosperity. This is the greatest place in the country to live. I've lived all over this country, I know. I live here by choice. I wasn't born here. And I can live anywhere I want, but this is where I chose to live. And I don't like the condition that we're in. I want to fix it. I can fix it. I've spent 35 years fixing broken businesses and building new businesses. So with your support, this is not going to be easy. We're all in this together, and we're going to all have to work together. With your support, we can get Arizona to be that jewel in the crown that's America. Thank you very much.
Mr. Munger?
Thank you. I am John Munger, and I am running for governor. I have lifelong political experience, none of which is for pay. I was state chairman of the Arizona Republican Party, member of the Republican National Committee. I was Five Symington's first appointment to the Arizona Board of Regents. And I'm pleased and proud to tell you that Five Symington, as you can see from the brochure, the front page, endorses me in this campaign as the only candidate with the true credentials, all of the credentials to do the job that he knew so well. I am a pro-life, pro-gun, fiscal conservative. I have spent my entire life, though, while I have lifelong political experience, I spent my entire life in the private sector. I'm not a professional politician. I've spent my entire life earning a living in the private sector. I have created hundreds of jobs and helped people create thousands of jobs. I'm the only candidate in this campaign that has both the business experience of 36 years and lifelong political experience so that I can develop good policy to bring this state back and create jobs and implement that policy because I know how the political system works. And I can work that system. Ladies and gentlemen, this state is in trouble. We need to create jobs. I'm the candidate, the only candidate, that has presented a balanced budget in writing with no tax increase. I'm the only candidate that's presented a plan to make Arizona the nation's leader in educational excellence, a written plan. I'm the only candidate that's presented a written plan how to grow Arizona by cutting taxes, not increasing taxes, by making regulations user-friendly again, and by infusing $50 to $100 billion of private capital into this state to create jobs while we're building out the infrastructure, roads and highways and nuclear power plants and fast rail systems and water desalination plants in this state to make it great again. I look forward to this debate, and thank you so much for having me.